We have breaking news. I'm toasted.
Hi, and welcome back to Kids Eat Toast Sometimes. Welcome. Justice for Rupert.
Hey, Rupert's back.
Justice for
Rupert's
Rupert.
back.
I thought that accent was debatable, but we powered through it.
Oh, was it?
No, I don't know. We're getting a lot of hate right now. This is the most hate KETS has ever received.
That's what happens when you're controversial.
It's usually me saying dumb stuff, but it was you this time.
I didn't say anything dumb though.
I think the way it was framed and then the way it was released by you, not me. I had no role to play in this. Was controversial.
Hang on, what's this that we're talking about?
With Afrikaans, Zulu should replace Afrikaans.
I think
Those comments were wilding out.
But people ain't happy.
I had to turn my notifications off. I think people were upset because I said replace instead of like in addition to.
Yes, but
like I still stand. I don't think what I said was stupid.
No, but I'm saying if you got to think of it like that's the only clip that they've interacted with. They don't know you. They don't know the podcast. It's not like for us, we'd be like, haha, it's not that deep because it isn't because we know what we mean. But if you're just an Afrikaans person and that's the first thing you've seen.
Yeah.
But there's no need to say that Chloe is a symptom of fetal alcohol syndrome.
Which is also terrible that's...
Yo, I saw that. I won't even lie. I started laughing when I saw that. I was like, geez, that's heinous. I started laughing.
That's terrible that's an insult.
Yeah, well...
It is. I think.
But you came for the Afrikaners.
Do you know what? I don't even feel bad about it. And also,
Here comes more...
No, now Rupert's tearing apart this set. Rupert, you might have to just reframe me a little bit. Okay, fantastic.
There you go.
It's at a different height now. This is why we got Rupert off the camera.
It's a stupid fucking set. Why is everything so close to everything?
Is Chloe fully in shot like she was before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, stop making me laugh. I'm shaking it. Yeah, she is.
Okay, no flinging your arms around.
If this looks shit, we're not reshooting it. Just know that there will never, ever be justice for Rupert. He will be off the podcast. Now, if you are an angry Afrikaans person who's just made their way to Kids Eat Toast sometimes to drop some hate, the thing is on Instagram, we can't see your messages. So if you want to be rude to Chloe about her fetal alcohol syndrome, and Rupert, who also clearly suffers from it.
Again, shouldn't be an insult.
It's just a rough one.
Oh, wait, I'm so sorry to do this, but Samuel, your arm's coming into Chloe's shot. Is that supposed to happen?
Right. We are back for some technical difficulties. Rupert tried to win a fight with the camera. So for all of you that said justice for Rupert, you're just as bad as him and the Proteas and Chloe for her attack on the Afrikaans community.
Yes. But we are on a high. I think we're on a high this whole week after watching that South Africa versus England game. What a game.
I haven't got out of this once.
Yeah, that's true. He's been living, breathing, sleeping in it, gymming in it. I think you look very good in it.
Thank you.
Looks fantastic. For those of you who are listening, Sam is wearing a fantastic old school jersey.
Yeah, Springbok jersey. All jerseys are supposed to keep you warm, but this one makes you shiver.
Oh, shit.
That was actually a quote that was in our high school about the Sax jersey. But yeah, they weren't very good at rugby.
Yeah, no, I love these jerseys. I just wish that like the South African kit wasn't so expensive. Like I went to go buy you a player's shirt, 1,000 rand.
Oh no, the player shirts
crazy.
are $2,000.
Oh, I found
the
one
warm-up
for
ones
$1,000.
are like just the t-shirts are
Yeah.
like 1,000.
Yeah. Bomb Squad. They should sell the Bomb Squad bibs. That's
okay.
Bomb Squad.
Okay.
But no, I mean, what a weekend just for rugby. I think that was the greatest one of the greatest rugby games I've ever watched in my life. Rupert, would you concur?
I think so, but I was pretty heartbroken heading into that game after the Fijian loss to England.
After Mathieu Reynal blew Fiji out of the water, yeah. No, but it's what we love in the World Cup. So well done to the Springboks.
It was. I mean, I don't watch a lot of rugby, so I mean, I can say that was the best game of rugby I've watched. But I've watched like 10 games.
Yeah.
But for you, would you say that do you think that'll go down in history as one of the best games?
It was the island. there was also something about the physicality of the Irish game that we played early in the World Cup. And then we've had some crackers at Ellis Park against the All Blacks.
Yeah.
Especially coming back into our dominance. Here we've been quite a dominant nation for a while. But no, it was fantastic. So, you know, the Springboks, they just get it. You know, they are boat carriers. They try that.
It's fantastic.
You know, if these games weren't at 2 a.m, you'd go out and you'd fucking get into a fight.
Sure, they're late, eh? They're
So late.
Very, very late.
What was your moment of the game, Sam?
Moments of the game, anytime Etzebeth was on camera. I love Urban. Again, if someone were to flip a hetero, it would be Urban.
Fact. Well, I mean...
I'd call him Zaddy. I'd bark for Urban. Ruff! But would you bark? Would you bark? Who's a naughty boy?
My TikTok for you page, like literally every 10 videos is a thirst trap for Urban Etzebeth.
Yeah.
Sometimes I interact with them.
No, I
so-
think Urban is well on track to becoming the number one of the greatest Springboks of all time.
Do you not think that he already is?
No, not yet.
Really?
Not yet.
I would say that he is.
We've had some goats. What's his name? Zane Kirshner, Alton Yankees. There's a real big load of players you got to get ahead of first. Farhan Behardine, just in terms of all-round SA goats.
JP Duminy.
He was the number 1 ranked T20 player at one stage in his life. So it's good times. And the biggest turnaround, the biggest rebrand was Jesse, who will now revert back to Jesse Creel.
From Jesse Peel.
From Jesse Peel. For the longest time, I was a hater. I'm sorry, I come from the Lucanio school of rugby. I know he was injured, he's there now. But it's going to be almost impossible. And I would say impossible. There's no ways you insert returning from injury over Jesse Creel. Not after that performance.
Yeah.
Wow, what a World Cup he's having. What a game. And sorry for being a hater.
I think everyone played well. Even Marnie got some kicks over the poles.
Yeah, but Marnie is a killer.
Yeah, he wasn't against Ireland. So and Shemi faced a lot of abuse. I think that everybody played really, really well. There wasn't like one player where I thought, get him off the field.
Yeah.
Like,
Get him on the field!
everybody played fantastic.
It was bizarre
Even the
that
French.
Bongi got man of the match. That was weird. He had a good game. I think he's also one of those guys that's always good. But
It should have been Colby.
Colby,
With that
Creel,
block.
Etzebeth, you know.
I still think that block was illegal.
Yeah.
Do you
like
think
every
so?
time I see the wide angle and stuff of it, it's like he still went early.
Like Kobus Reinach's on the 5 meter and Kobus Reinach is fast. But anyway, the only thing I didn't like, it was that weird Tom Brady video.
That was so weird
But
and
so deep
so
as well.
long.
He just
you think-
you could have stopped and then he kicked on. And then you're like, okay, thanks, Tom. And he kicked on. He's like,
I just want to let the Springboks know that, I'm with them and I back them in this country. They really need this win. And I support them. And that just went on and on for 2 whole minutes.
Yeah.
Do you think that he was paid to do that?
I feel it's got Rocker Nation written all over it. I know it's controversial. It's controversial. But
Maybe it was checkers.
Anyway, so it was super bizarre.
It was-
Tom Brady,
it was
we don't
really
really listen to
weird.
you. You fumbled the bag with Giselle Bundchen. Rupert, pull up a picture of Giselle. Look what
Rupert didn't even know
He doesn't know
who Giselle Bundchen is. She is one of the
Giselle.
most famous supermodels
she
in the
put
world.
Brazil on the map.
Bundischen.
Yeah, that's the one. Is she from? Is she
Bundchen.
from Brazil? Just
Yes, everyone knows her, man.
everyone's seen her butt.
You just don't know her
except
name.
you.
Is she from Brazil?
Spouse, Tom Brady.
Nah.
Okay,
2009 to
well.
2020.
But is she from Brazil?
Yes, is a Brazilian model.
Wow.
She's 43.
Stop barking for people.
Yeah, but I like. So if you're listening to that and just think there's something gone wrong with me mentally, you'd be correct. But it's also this thing like, would you bark for them? Like that.
Would you bark for me? Okay.
Just what it is.
Wow.
Would you bark for me, Samuel?
No, I think if you're barking with the person you're really with, you got some issues. But we always read our 5-star reviews. We've got a Noise. Love listening to you guys. Never fail to crack me up. As a fellow South African in America, it's always nice to be reminded of the good old South Africa and all its drama. 5 stars. Thank you so much. Who was that from?
This is definitely our cousin Tristan that lives in America.
No, he's way too...
It's definitely
He's too controversial to listen to this podcast.
I love how they also put the 5 stars in there. That's so sweet.
That's a 10-star review. And
that's
also,
really, really sweet.
I feel like we validate the reason that this person has left. Like, haha, good to be reminded.
I love that like back. Yeah, it's like and all its drama, hey? All their drama that I've left behind, hey?
No lights, eh? Yeah. Well, Trump's about to become your president again, so.
Heyo, zing.
Anyway.
Also, we are number 7 in comedy interviews, not in South Africa. Nay.
Where are we?
But in Ghana and Senegal. So thank you to our listeners from Ghana and
Sadio
Senegal.
Mane, he's the best player in the world. He's from Senegal as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Mane listening.
Nope.
Hey?
Probably. What? No, he's in. I was going to say Ethiopia. He's in the Saudi league playing with Ronaldo.
Ooh, Ronnie.
Yeah. But Chloe wants to talk about KSI Tommy Fury. I vote to strike that from the record. Who votes to strike that from the record? One.
Why?
Okay, I've lost out. So I guess we're talking about KSI Tommy Fury.
I
made
wanted
up fight
to.
with made up people.
Do you think that KSI shouldn't be a fighter?
Yes, he just flippin' does this.
He can do whatever he wants.
That flamingo move.
First, you didn't want people to speak Afrikaans. Now you don't want KSI to fight. What's next?
No, I was
What's
asking
next?
you. I
Rupert
think
He's so cringe. He just annoys me so much. Like have you seen those videos?
Him
like,
and
I'm
Logan
the nightmare.
Paul are the literal like cringe combination of the year. They both get your.
I really wanted KSI to get knocked the fuck out, just like after that, and then they just
brother,
but don't
the
you
fighting
each
Fury,
other.
the Fury family. My brother will knock him out, but he didn't. Yeah, I think it was. But it's a tough spot to be in because if you're Tommy Fury, it's an L. You knock him out, you're supposed to. You don't knock him out, you look really bad. You go to decision, you look even
What do you
worse.
have to win?
I don't think that
You've got fuck all to win.
I don't think that he also didn't fight well at all. They just hugged for half of it.
Yeah. It was a bad time.
Yeah.
I nearly paid for it. I downloaded, what's it called? I always sneeze on the pod.
Ground shaker.
Old man sneeze.
It is.
But yeah.
Did you see what McGregor said?
It is McGregor forever.
He
What did
says,
say?
you know what? Me and KSI is an exciting fight. Guys, that's not half bad.
That's
That's really not half bad.
Okay, let's
No,
go.
Yeah.
You've got one line. They can. Our KETS loyal will let us know who's got the best McGregor.
Okay.
Rupert, go first.
Yeah,
One line.
You know, it is what it is. How we have suffered many defeats in this game, yeah. But of a titanium shin bone, yeah.
He took all the lines.
Okay,
He took all
I'll
the
do
lines.
one. I'll fucking come for you, you mad rat bastard.
I can assure you, no one will say that's the best one.
Does this mic work then? Fuck that mic. Sorry for that. No, Rupert took all the lines. It was impossible. I had to go for deep Mayweather McGregor.
Let
The
us know.
titanium shin bone.
bone.
Yeah.
Unbreakable, yeah.
But yeah, so what did he say about it?
Oh, I literally read it out in my Irish accent. He said,
Oh.
you know what? Me and KSI is an exciting fight. He wrote.
Why are you from Brooklyn now? You know what, huh?
Okay.
So what
the
did he
CEO
say?
shouting into the mic. You just pipe down over there.
Okay, last thing that we have to catch up that happened last weekend is the Cape Town Marathon. Sheesh.
Yo, I don't know. So many people ran. Not in like a put down way. Genuinely impressed.
Very impressed. So there's a lot of people that I didn't think could run a marathon that were running a marathon, which inspired me. I'm quite keen now to do the 2 Oceans in April. I think it's in April.
But you got to qualify for
like
the 2 Oceans, don't you? And you have to get like a entry. The 2 Oceans is quite hard to get into.
Really?
And then people do it under the other person's name. And you have to be in a running club, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then.
Have to be able to run a marathon. You know, there are lots of barriers to entry.
I was thinking more of a half, but maybe I'll just do Cape Town Marathon next year. But the winner was an Ethiopian runner, Andane Gebre. He won the race in, get this, 2 hours, 11 minutes and 26 seconds.
Chase,
How crazy is that?
Rapido.
Wow.
Yeah,
While you were all sleeping on Sunday morning, this guy had finished it.
Finished
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's there at 9 o'clock. 5:30 start, 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, he's finished.
Yeah, I just did a marathon. Okay, sure thing, buddy.
They've woken up with a hungover.
Sure thing. What is that
The
noise?
hungover.
Is it behind you? There's a lot of squiggling.
I don't know.
This set, let me just let you know, is my least favorite set of all of them. That
shows
you.
Yeah.
Not to be depressing or anything, but I hate it, yeah.
We're ironing out the kinks.
So how fast was he running then if you did in 2 hours 11?
Well, thanks for steadying the conversation there, chap. He was running pretty fast.
3 minute something.
Yes.
Eh? For 40
So well done to everyone who did it. It looked lots of fun. Rupert was supposed to go to a cricket match in Melville, and then he got picked up from Rondebosch Cricket Club, picking up a mate. His mate lives in Rondebosch, was running through the marathon in the opposite direction.
Against the grain. With Crocs on and a cricket bag against the grain of the marathon.
And then Rupert couldn't make it out of Rondebosch, so he said, Dad, Dad, we're in trouble, Dad. Can you escort
Daddy,
us?
come fetch me.
And then so I, who was just in the car to drop off Rupert, get a coffee, post-rugby, Monday, what is it?
It was Sunday.
It doesn't matter, yeah. It just turned into it took 2 hours to get coffee. But anyway.
Moving on swiftly.
Speaking of people who haven't had coffee recently, prisoners.
Yeah, there's been a Cape Town prison break.
Wow.
That's pretty scary, and honestly, it happens more than you think it does.
Yep.
There's only one man that could be behind this.
Teabag. What's his name?
Schofield. Michael Schofield.
But what's the other guy?
Teabag.
That's Teabag.
Who's Schofield?
This is from
Prison Break.
A popular series, Prison Break.
Prison Break, okay.
With Schofield, Michael Schofield.
Michael Schofield.
Guys, I don't even think that it's like that serious. I think that our facilities are just really poorly managed. I think it's pretty easy to escape.
From where?
So they didn't escape from Polesmore. They escaped from a holding facility.
Polesmore, real life Azkaban.
Mm-hmm. So police rearrested a third individual who was among...
Sorry.
Police arrested a
The
third...
boy who lived.
Shut the fuck up, Samuel. Let her cook now.
Okay. So 5 people were awaiting trial. So they've captured 3 and they escaped from the Athlone Magistrates Court in Cape Town last week, Wednesday.
So like a holding cell vibe.
Yeah, but 2 are still on the run. Get this, 14 people have escaped custody this week.
But they say stats still look better than 10 years ago. What a bizarre reference.
Oh, well that makes me feel better. Do you know what I found interesting though is where in Europe do you think that has the most prison breaks? Like whole of Europe, people escaping.
For some reason, Newcastle came to mind, the Geordie population.
Okay.
I don't know what that's about. But Rupert, where do you think people escape from?
For some reason, the first thing I thought was Portugal.
I know. I would think maybe Spain. I don't know, somewhere like that.
They're relaxed people. If you siestering for half of your day, there's a lot of time to make it out of
The God is just...
Yeah.
That was kind of like my driving test.
Well, where, what is it?
It's Finland. Yeah. So Finland has the most prison system in Europe with around 100,000 escapes in every 10,000 prisoners.
Jeez, so 1 out of 10 prisoners will escape.
1 out of 10.
So back my odds there. Back my odds. If I'm ever committing a crime, I'm fleeing there.
To Finland, yeah, especially if you're, athletic. But the Nordic regions, give me very it's giving rehabilitation vibes. It's like... You're actually you're the warden. Here are the keys. What are you gonna choose?
Yeah, have you seen some of the prisons they have there?
Yeah, top notch.
Bougie.
Getting the sauna there.
Top notch.
Bougie.
Yeah, if you're saunering in your prison.
Yeah, you got it good. You got it real good.
If you've got a flat screen TV and a heated blanket.
Yeah, salads. In Polesmore, you only get a tossed salad. And that's if you're lucky.
But
so it's more like escaping a Club Med. Well, we know how that goes.
I don't think
like pina coladas?
Yeah, caught in the rain.
So the main story for today, right after that musical interlude, is of course big news in South Africa. Bam, 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 bam. Is that the census results, Census 2022 is what they're calling it, have just recently been resulted.
Been waiting for these results.
Have been released. Okay. And there's a lot to talk about in terms of the stats, but also not the stats. If you know what I'm saying. You probably don't because he doesn't. But anyway, so the question is,
Okay.
what is a census? So a census, as defined by Google, is an official count or survey, especially of a population. Now you might be asking yourself, why do they do them? Chloe, why?
It gives you data.
It gives you data.
Important data on race, sex, population, housing, all the important things.
Yeah, so the governments, non-profits, they can really start to inform the way that they, make laws, policies, where they distribute money, how much they're going to steal in the year. So the census is very important, especially in a place like South Africa, which is basically a welfare state. The vast majority of the population receives welfare and social grants that is integral in the people living their daily lives.
Have you ever been contacted by the welfare? Have you ever been contacted by the census people?
But I don't even answer my phone if it's...
No, they come to your door.
No, I know, but I'm saying like for a frame of reference, I don't even answer my phone if it's not a number I know. So you're getting Truecaller.
Sam's got the best voicemail. He goes, "Hi, if you're a friend or family, please send me a message. And if you're a telemarketer, kindly leave me alone."
That made it sound lame.
That made it sound lame. It is pretty lame.
You're giving me... It's giving cringe over here.
Yeah. The best are those ones where, it's a... don't bother leaving a message. No one listens to those anymore.
Yeah.
And then people proceed to leave.
Thanks. If you could just make every point you make on camera like that would be scratching your pink eye. But yeah, so the South African population is now at 62 million, which in my mind, we were always at 45.
Oh, in my
I feel
mind,
that's what we were
at
taught.
50.
I was always a 52er.
You see, that shows when you were at primary school. So I was 45, 52,
Yeah.
52ers. So, the latest census... points towards the population growth. Gauteng remains the province with the highest population, 15 million. Not everyone's fled yet. Northern Cape has the smallest population at 1.3 million. And the Western Cape, we're making moves in terms of you making moves into the Western Cape, has gone from the 5th largest province in terms of population size in 1996 to being the 3rd largest in 2022. How about that? Are we happy? Happy to have more people in the Western Cape?
No. I mean...
You're like a right-wing...
I'm really
horrible
not.
person.
I don't think that...
Anti-immigration, anti-Afrikaans,
Listen.
anti-culture,
You...
homophobic remarks made a few podcasts ago. Check them
What?
out. Link in our bio.
No, Sam was trying to cancel me.
No, I'm not.
Let me explain myself. I think that Joburg was built for tourists, people to migrate to. They have much more infrastructure for people than the Western Cape does.
But why? Joburg's so shit. Why would you go there
Yeah,
as a tourist?
no one wants to live there anymore.
I feel the majority of people that say Joburg is bad have never been to Joburg.
Bro, I've
Cape
been
Town?
to Joburg many a time.
When was the last time you went?
A year ago.
When?
In there by June or something. No, April. Last year, April I went.
What were you doing there?
It's on a rugby tour.
And did you enjoy it?
I actually did quite a bit.
Exactly.
Okay,
I love Joburg.
Gold Reef City was fun. I went down into the mines. That was scary.
You're like a Zama Zama. Hmm?
Have you heard of the Zama Zamas? I only heard about it for the first time yesterday.
The Zama Zamas be wild.
Yo.
What's that?
You don't know,
You don't know Zama Zamas?
They're illegal miners. Usually people from different countries. Oh, yeah, I know. South
Malawian.
African. Really?
Yeah, majority Malawian.
Wow.
But it's the craziest thing. They okay, I don't know if the source is right or wrong.
They
but
just
I'm gonna
hijack
say
mines, yeah.
Yeah, but they literally, and they live underground. Like
Yeah.
they'll come up every now and then, but they I wouldn't say they like moles, but they like moles. They live underground.
I wouldn't say they're like moles, but they're exactly like moles. No,
Do you think they get load shedding down there? What do you think,
I
the
saw a few
Wi-Fi's
things of
my God.
it was a battle zone where police had tried to fight Zama Zamas and they couldn't get them out, and then they had to do a helicopter strike on them. It's like ba 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 ba.
What? To get these people out of the ground?
And
to get them to move off the mine. It's crazy
the war between the legal miners and the legal miners and the Zama Zamas is so crazy. They literally, when they kill each other, they'll just leave the body on the side of the road and put a plastic bag over them and put a number on it
Jeez, it
for
beats.
how many, what number of the Zama Zama it was killed, or what number of the legal mine it was killed.
What's your source on that one?
Trust me, bro. I heard it.
Wow, that's...
Yeah, I heard it from a guy that has a holiday house up in the Northern Cape, and they drive on that road all the time, and they see that.
Jeepers.
Yeah.
That's really, really hectic.
That's a lot to deal with.
Okay, let's say you've got a house somewhere within where they find gold, right? Can you dig in your backyard and, like, let's say you found gold? Would that belong to you?
They're going to dig underneath, and you're going to see the Zama Zamas living underneath you.
So, hello.
We need more views. Can you get gold in back garden?
That's going to be the thumbnail of the video.
Back in the old days,
back in the day.
No, listen, isn't like the first person who like found gold? They were literally just like digging around. What was his name? The first person to find gold in
Probably some caveman.
in South Africa.
If you're going to bring up such wild topics, you've got to have some research behind them. But back to the census. To support Chloe's wild claims around language, isiZulu remains the language most spoken at home, accounting for 24.4%, followed by isiXhosa at 16.3, close on the click, I reckon, and Afrikaans 10.6, and Sepedi 10. So around 8.7% of the population speak English at home. English still probably, maybe not, being the most sort of common language in between in terms of what people speak, but who knows?
I think it probably is, yeah.
So Zulu increased and Afrikaans decreased. Zulu up by 1.7, Afrikaans speakers down by 2.9%. So that's interesting. What do you think the majority religion in South Africa is, Rupert?
Calculating.
Yeah, buffering.
I'd say, yeah.
No, you go for it, Chlo.
Great chemistry, guys. Keep it up.
Go for it.
Keep it up.
I would think Christianity is the most.
Yeah.
It is. Survey says Christianity 85.3%, followed by traditional African religions 7.8%.
What are traditional African religions?
That's a good question.
You don't know.
I don't know. No, I'm just reading what the census gave us.
But why were you saying that the census was controversial?
Well, the census was controversial because they had an undercount, which means a percentage of the population that was literally uncounted.
How does that happen?
Of 31%. So a third of the population basically was missed during the census. So the previous closest contender was in 2001 when the undercount was 17%. Wow. And a former statistician general said that this was Stats South Africa having lost the plot. So now to basically double that, if you haven't lost the plot, then what land are you on?
But, I mean, like, what does that really mean?
Well, in developed countries, I love it how they call us a developing third world. I mean, we are working on ourselves. You ever played rugby? Tier 1, baby. But in developed countries, me scusi, the census undercount usually hovers around 1 to 2%. So they've said that the census was affected by unprecedented challenges, including riots, ongoing COVID-19 lockdowns,
floods,
and climate change.
Floods, yeah.
Yeah, but
those floods were. I also think that people are, like I'm telling you, they come to your door. So I feel like people are also reluctant to open their doors in South Africa.
Well, yes.
But like, it doesn't matter if it's especially for like authorities. Like, a lot of people have mistrust of South African authorities.
Well, Stats South Africa hinted to the Daily Maverick that white and Indian South Africans may have been more reluctant to open the door to census counters because they're racist, joking, or less accessible because they have issues operating in areas with high walled and gated communities. So there you have it.
Hello, has it? Sorry, who's outside? No, not today. Thank you, not today.
Hey, man.
Sorry. Yeah, it's the census, not today. Yeah, cheers, eh?
Yeah, literally.
Cheers, eh?
Sorry, we give to I add hope at KFC. That R2 goes a long way, huh?
Guys, be real. No one adds the R2.
I always do.
I don't think I've once added R2.
Well, Rupert's friends don't even tip Uber Eats drivers.
Bruh.
For real?
No, like my friends do, but I don't. I'll be like,
what?
That's that extra 10%. If you've got like a 220 rand order, they already get paid to deliver.
Take
this out. What I'm saying.
This is my take. Okay, I think don't order if you can't tip.
Yeah.
I think your tip should always be included in whatever you do.
Yeah. I do a flat 20 rand on Uber Eats.
Me too.
So it doesn't matter if you're ordering. I mean, what are you doing, Rupert? Ordering 600 rands worth of Uber Eats? Oh, I cannot do 10%.
Sometimes
that's unconstitutional.
Yes, I just do, because let's say you order a McFlurry. Let's say you're just craving one McFlurry by yourself for the night. Want a little, sweetness on the taste buds. A McFlurry is obviously like 50 rand. You're not going to tip 5 rand. Just tip 20. It's like a nice flat rate.
Then that's a 70 rand
McFlurry. Yeah, the price of being fat is it's right up there. So what all this sort of, you're not miscount, the undercounts goes to indicate, and that's why it's not the most reliable thing in the world. Government-led project, 31% of the population undercounted. So when you hear stuff like, the white population of South Africa is in marked decline, dropping to 7.3% of the population. Flee to Britain, flee to London to be a pile of shit. No, when you hear that sort of stuff, I don't think it's cause for concern amongst white people. I mean, would you be terrified that you're potentially in decline? I know it's not a stat I hear that makes me shiver in my boots, but some people would see that and go, what's going on? But the issue around this undercount with such variance in the data and such lack of data, it's very hard to take any of these stats all that seriously.
Do you know what I also found interesting is I'm always interested by the split between men and women in the country, and we're pretty evenly
What's the
split.
ratio of the census?
I think it's something like 47%-ish men.
I mean, it's right here.
Oh, I wasn't on it. Was I right though? Was I close?
No, I think it's 49-51.
Okay.
In majority of
women.
It's always women are always higher, but that's pretty 50-50.
Yeah, women are more important than men for many reasons, mainly childbirth. Facts. Yeah, women constituted 51.1% of the population, while men accounted for being piles of shit. No, 48.5%. Men are trash. What happened to that?
We went out with that, yeah.
Yeah, it's overs. You realized you needed us, huh? Hey, toots. I was looking at, if you were listening to the podcast, I was looking at Rupert while I said that. I'm not part, you can't catch me on this. But Chloe also wants to she wants to get political. So Chloe, what's our next story?
This is a really, really sad story.
This is a sad song. Yeah. Nick Miller.
Okay. A transgender pilot's license has been revoked recently, and aviation authorities are citing medical grounds. So what's happened is that his name is Kayla Smith, and he's basically trained to be a pilot, has been a pilot for...
Brother, you dropped his name is Kayla Smith. What's happening here?
His.
I'm so confused.
I thought they transitioned.
Yes, transition to a man, guys. And I'm the one getting cancelled.
No,
I'm not laughing at them transitioning. I'm laughing at I was just confused.
I'm not laughing at the person. I'm laughing at the situation.
Kayla is his name.
I'm laughing because I thought you had fucked it up. But
okay.
I realized no, it's me and Rupert.
And the way that you guys laughed, I was like, what are you laughing at?
This podcast, what are you just drinking?
Get us a beer.
I'm first, you want some?
I need to regain myself. Maybe Rupert takes the lead on this.
Let me finish this story. You just sip on your water. So what's happened is a medical... Bruh.
I joked.
Let me speak. Okay. So aviation authorities, the medical board, has declared him...
I got the giggles. Okay, we recover. We come back.
Okay. Found him medically unfit because he disclosed he was taking testosterone weekly. I don't think that's fair.
No, it doesn't sound fair. So the only change in this person's life is that they've disclosed they're taking testosterone.
Yeah. Because,
And now their license has been taken
But
away.
how would that
Yeah.
make them medically unfit?
Exactly.
If anything, they'd be stronger. I'm definitely going to take testosterone when I'm in my 40s.
I looked it up and I try to see like what are the, like side effects of taking testosterone. And obviously, it's like a difference in your fat storage and like increased body hair, hormonal changes. But I found nothing about it impairing judgment or the way that you can focus. So, and also, this guy's been put on leave, and he says, since January 2023, I've been on unpaid leave and accumulating medical bills for assessments and legal fees to fight the SACAA. So he's been put on unpaid leave and has had to incur costs for medical assessments to prove that he's competent.
Yeah, so a direct quote being, my hormone treatment is neither new nor changed and has been openly disclosed for years. Oh, what does that mean? So
Yeah.
why now? If I were a cis male on hormone treatment, would I need to undergo psychological assessments? If I was someone on birth control, a hormonal treatment, would I be sent for psych evaluations?
Yeah.
Where is the reason?
Exactly. Or what about a woman with PCOS who has naturally higher levels of testosterone? Like, I just don't get it, and I think it's
What do
really
you think he's going to
unfair.
do? Start plicking on the plane?
Exactly.
It's
I don't know.
like,
So anyone who doesn't match the norm, are we saying Caster Semenya can't fly a plane? What's going on
Well,
here?
probably because she doesn't have a pilot's license.
Yeah, I mean that
you
would
cannot
be
fly the plane.
that would be reasonable. But what a mess!
I smell a lawsuit coming.
Quite a schnoz you got there.
I think that's
Says you.
I think that's really, really unfair.
Yeah. No-
Okay.
anyways, well,
Have
we
you
hope that
controlled
gets
your
resolved.
giggles?
Yeah, the giggles are controlled.
I can't
Just to
promise it.
clarify, we're not laughing at the person who's transgender for being transgender. We were laughing at the way Chloe actually didn't get it wrong, but we thought she got it wrong. And then you called them, yeah. you
Blame
know,
it on Chloe.
Yep. Anyway, speaking of cringe, Instagram's blue tick subscription plan.
What do
We
we
see
think?
you. We see all of the verified kings and queens with 2,000 followers and not that remarkable a life. We see you.
It looks suspicious.
Yeah, the jury is out when I got a notification.
Me
Says,
too.
oh, you're eligible to be verified for 300 Rand a month or something.
Yeah. What does that work
I'm
out to
sorry
a
if you're
year?
buying that, you're a fucking loser.
You said it.
It's literally, how much does that work out to? It works out to like 3,500 Rand a year.
Is it 300 Rand a month?
I think it's 250 Rand a month.
Sure.
Guys.
No. What are we doing?
No.
What are we doing?
I won't lie. I was tempted. But then I saw everybody else doing it and I was like, they'll know.
The whole thing about the blue tick is it's exclusive. It's, you can't buy it.
Well, X has done the same thing as well. Twitter.
I literally don't know what you're
Can we,
talking.
also, it's so
It's like your
confusing.
ex has done the same thing. I was like, what a loser. I'm actually a fan of him. But anyway.
Twitter's also released a similar feature where people were able to buy ticks as well. So they're just not exclusive anymore, and
Sheesh
it's
thing's gonna
lame.
buy a tick.
She used to get it
Sheesh
sick.
thing.
But yeah. Tinder Select, speaking of paid subscriptions,
Now, that's something I can get
is
behind.
almost $500 per month plan for Tinder's 1%. So Tinder's new high-end plan says it will improve your chances with the most sought-after users and let you message people you're not matched with, i.e. people that think you're fucking ugly. So it announced a $499 per month invite-only subscription, and I don't know.
I think that's really, really weird. So apparently they're only offering it to like super active users, right? Weird. So would
When
you?
they say users, they mean losers.
Yeah, guys are down.
Ayo.
Oh, it's your boy, Skinny Penis. I keep forgetting people listen to this podcast.
Yeah, boy.
1,000 people an episode listening.
I don't know. I still don't understand why.
Okay.
Why they listen?
But thanks for being here. And whilst you're here, please remember to rate, review, like, subscribe, and buy our merch. That you can't actually buy, but if you send us a message, we can work out a way to get it to you.
We'll find a way. I also think that like, imagine you are being, and they allow you to hide if you have it as well. So you get messaged by this person who you didn't match with. You don't know why, because you can't see that they're on this like Tinder Select, and they're only being awarded it because they're so active. So they've been using Tinder.
Surprised I haven't got my invite yet.
Rupert's more of a sort of
You're in the top 2%.
cold call, and when I say cold call, just dive headfirst into DMs. But that's neither here nor there.
Do you know what it also makes me think of is that really weird app, I think it's called Raya, that is only for celebrities and influencers.
I'm waiting for. That I'll be on.
Imagine like you just like swipe on Tom Brady.
What's it called?
Raya.
Raya.
No, you
How
can't.
do I get on
you
that?
can't get. You know who doesn't need You know who doesn't need a dating app? Is Jada Pinkett-Smith. I don't think the world has ever been so united in hating a person. So she's now announced that she's been separated from Will Smith for 7 years, and makes a slap awkward. She's like, "Oh, when he called me his wife, I was so confused. I was like, not the part when he slapped the shit out of Chris Rock." Like,
Didn't this is Will Smith's mom? You're right? no, not Will Smith. I mean, this is Jaden Smith's mom.
yes.
So, but didn't one of Jaden Smith's friends sleep with
Yes.
Jaden Smith's mom?
What?
So with Will Smith's wife.
When?
His name escapes me, but yeah.
His name escapes me.
His name's like August or some September.
Was that one of Jaden Smith's friends?
I think his name's August.
Yeah. Or August or autumn. Something like that. That is so crazy.
August Alsina.
Did I call him August?
Yeah.
Yeah, memory.
Okay, looking
memory.
to you.
Memory.
4-year affair with son's friend. It says new details about Jada Pinkett-Smith's 4-year affair with son's friend.
Explains a
Do you
lot
know
of
what-
Jaden's
do you know what this reminds
Welcome
me
to my
of?
paradise. If you're getting lonely, we can share a slice of my friend.
Do you know what this reminds me of is, have you seen MILF Manor?
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Did you see
What
Cody
is
Co
Wolf
react
Manor?
to it?
Yeah,
it's
Cody
quite
Co's the
funny.
best. So sons and their mothers go to this like resort, and then they date each other. So you obviously don't date your mom, but
yeah.
like you date other moms,
I like
and then
that.
like maybe you make a friend with a guy, and you be like, bro, like I'm dating your mom. Like
I'm
what
a
is she
mother
like?
lover, you're a mother lover. Let's get together, fuck each other's moms.
Yeah, exactly.
Mother lover.
Hilarious.
Exactly.
You must go give MILF Man
Wolf Man a watch.
It is unwatchable. Just last thing on Jada and Will Smith. I think I speak for everyone. Stop involving us. We don't want to know.
We're involving people now who weren't involved.
That's
so you
true.
stop. You are a media beast. No, it's fun to talk about them. You know what's not fun? People dying in submarines.
Yo, we've talked a lot about submarines
Yeah,
lately.
yep. Because the old Ocean Gate, you know, the last pieces of the submersible were found, and
And human remains.
Don't want to take it there, but yeah. So all 5 people on board the recreational sub named Titan and operated by US-based company Ocean Gate were killed when the vessel imploded, which is believed to have occurred during its descent on the 18th of June. So that's the sort of like, I mean, everyone knew that, but that's the official.
That
the
is
official.
what happened. It's obviously really sad, but I also think there are actually quite a few submarines that have gone missing or imploded that haven't got the same news coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like it happens like every year.
Yeah.
But I think it's a uniquely terrifying situation that I think if you put yourself into the shoes or try and imagine what it's like moments before.
Yes.
Like there's many things. Like there was a submarine a couple years ago where a fire broke out on board.
Underwater.
But they're in the water. It's chilled.
Just put it out.
Let's put it out.
You guys. But no, it had all those Hollywood components because you could also, it was like normal people going in.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Philanthropists, billionaires, not that those are normal people, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas like with the South African tragedy, no one knows what like a Navy drill is like. It's quite hard to place yourself in being, I'm going to be evacuated by a helicopter now.
Yeah.
You know, that's so... but sad.
You couldn't pay me to get into a submarine now.
Really?
Even before this.
Someone offers
I was bullish.
Someone offers you R1 billion and
Okay, I'm in the submarine.
No. Just listen. Someone offers you £1 billion and says you have to spend a night at the bottom of the ocean. Do you do it?
In the submarine?
Yeah.
Yes, 100 for £1 billion.
And it's not like the Titan. It's like a military grade submarine. I think I would.
Yeah.
For £1 billion, that's...
But if it was a crazy guy who was like, we're going to go to see the Titan.
And yes, a little bit of duct tape, just a bit of a leak there.
That'll do
but,
it.
you know, it's fine. It's fine.
No, what a mess.
And there was some mad creatures that deep in the sea.
Schmeagol. That's actually from...
They are.
There's
Oh
some
my God.
ugly things,
Do you
man.
know, I feel like in one of the TikTok comments that I got abusing me, someone said that I looked like a blobfish.
That is rough.
If you've ever, I might have actually...
a person that has never kissed female lips.
might
Or
have-
male,
might
just
have
lips in
deleted that
general.
comment.
Lips in general.
Guys, warning. Don't look up a blobfish. Those things are probably the ugliest fish I've ever seen.
I'd say, oh, I see one here. Looks quite like you. No, the old blobfish. No, there's some heinous creatures. My least favorite one is the one that has a light. It's got its phone torch.
Cool.
No, that thing's fucking.
It looks like the things that you have on your book. You know, when your partner's asleep and you want to read the end.
the goblin shark. Also,
That's
poos ugly.
that's ugly, but like kind of cute.
Looks a bit like Rupert the goblin shark.
There's also like a vampire squid as well. I think it's pretty cool. And so much of the ocean is unexplored.
Lots of unexploring.
That is crazy.
But it is time. It is time
It is time for what?
to stop doing accents.
What is it time for?
It's time for overrated, underrated. Chloe, what you got for me?
Sheesh. Okay.
Let's wrap it up and unwrap it.
Keeping it on topic. Are submarines overrated or underrated?
They're underwater. That's what I'll say.
Okay. Overrated or underrated? Mani Lebok.
Perfectly rated. He's going to go down as one of our greats. Just watch.
Just watch. Overrated or underrated? Jada Pinkett-Smith.
Overrated. I hate her. I think everyone hates her. Having said that, would I bang her? No.
Overrated or underrated? Tinder.
Tinder is the most overrated thing. If you're depressed and single and lonely, the one way not to feel better is by being on Tinder. It'll get you. Rather just DM people. It might not work, but at least you know you're having somewhat of a real interaction. Are those messages getting screenshotted and put it on groups? For sure. But did Edmund Hillary climb up Everest for nothing? No. Slide into DMs.
It's a numbers game.
It is.
as you said.
And if you get the number, that's when you know you're in.
Okay. This one, I want you to answer, but I also want people to answer in the comments.
Yes.
Is KSI a real fighter?
Overrated, underrated. What? Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's not a real fighter.
underrated?
He's a YouTube fighter. I think he'd say that himself. He's a YouTube boxer.
Yeah.
He's not he couldn't professionally box.
But
even though he just fought. He is a real fighter. He is.
Yeah.
Tommy Fury has confirmed that, sadly. It is what it is.
My son will mess you up.
Oh, I'm the Gypsy King. Yeah.
Yeah, you do it so much better
that
than
wasn't
I do.
good, though.
I can
That
only
wasn't
do
good.
Adonis.
Adonis.
Adonis. Righto. Well, that leads us to the end of this episode. Thank you so much for joining us, Rupert Samuel.
Justice for Rupert.
Justice for
All right.
Rupert.
Thank you, people. Thank you.
Now, but because he punched the mic, I want everyone to comment Rupert out. Not he'll be back, but just comment Rupert out. If you've made it to the end of this podcast.
Sam out.
No.
Who out of the three do you want out?
Actually, Sam out. I'm done with this fucking podcast. Kick me out. Sam out. I agree. But no, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us once again. Please remember to rate the podcast, share it to your friends, and have a good week.
Bye.
Bye.